What is going on, San Antonio? This is Gonzo hanging out in the back alley at the Sanctuary, like always, it seems. Right now I'm hanging out with a band from Austin called Empathy's Gone.
Have none. It's gone.
None whatsoever. That's Rod over there. He plays drums. Make some noise, dude.
Ooh.
This is Jose.
Hey, doghouse.
That's exactly how he sounds on stage, too. Just imagine that shit. This right here is John, the guitar player.
Yeah.
The white guy.
He's the white guy in the
Pinche güero.
Unfortunately, we're missing 2/5 of the band right now because they're twat heads, but
they want to go chachos.
They're chachos or something.
Yeah.
In either case, you know, they're playing tonight as part of some benefit that the SA Food Bank has put together. How did you guys become involved in this?
The Edge, we know Steve Elliott from a previous band that we used to play in Ology. Did a little documentary on us. That was pretty cool. So I spoke to him and stuff, and he said he'd get us on, man. We're all up for helping out the hungry and stuff, because we're kind of hungry too, you know.
Yeah, you're musicians. You're broke.
Yeah, we're broke and we're hungry.
You got that right.
So that's how we got on board. So it was cool, man. It was cool.
I gotta ask y'all about y'all's style because it's been only every now and then does a band come along that really knocks me on my ass. Y'all's sound is very unique. I mean, like it's like hard rock. But I hear a lot of Latin influence there. I mean, how do you guys come up with this shit?
We're from Texas.
A lot of it's just from the roots,
do better than that.
Oh, man.
Hold on, let him talk. Let the drummer talk. The drummer never gets a chance to talk.
a lot of it is just roots, man. When I first met Jose and Mondo, which is the other guitar player, man, they already had a lot of that influence through Ology already. Mm-hmm. And when they met me, they liked my drum style, so I combined my style with theirs, which mine. You know, you look at a lot of the 80s power rock with the newer version of Tool, Perfect Circle, you know, Seven Dust from, you know, Morgan Rose, and a lot of these great drummers coming up. And I took a combination of those styles and mixed it in with what they were already doing with just a Latin influence from like Maná, Santana, bands like that. And man, it just worked. And you know, back in those days when we were trying it out, it seemed that people were digging it. And now when we brought in the new guitar player, man, the leads, it's just fucking everything just started blasting out there and it started jamming out. And you bring in a bass player that wails, and she sets a tone, man. She helps me out because I don't have to work as hard.
And she's fun to look at too.
Yeah.
Now, y'all's song structures are pretty unorthodox. Yeah. How do you guys go about putting a song together when you consider that the song, you know, structures themselves are kind of whack, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on, all sorts of different sounds and different styles going on. How do you guys put a song together?
Yeah, dude. It's about hooks, man. You also gotta, we like to write around our choruses. You know, we establish a chorus that's got a hook. It's gotta be catchy. You know, it's gotta have enough room for lead. It's gotta have enough room because these guys take up a lot of space. You know what I mean? Your lead and our bass player takes up a lot of space, and our rhythm guitar player is not a normal rhythm. He does a lot of intricacy, so they take up a lot of space. So our first thing is we write around the hook. And then after that, you develop a verse, and you know you kind of bridge, and we got to make sure we throw in some fucking crazy solos, and everything else is just good to go. You know what I mean? So it's all based around hooks on choruses.
Yeah, but what about the whole embellishment process? Because I mean, it's not like you guys are just like spitting out the same hooks and the same melodies over and over. There's a lot of shit going on.
That's key, man. We don't want one song to sound like the other. Mm-hmm. We hate that. It's one of the things that we focus. Not one drum beat is exactly like the other. Not one guitar piece is exactly like the other. Mm-hmm. The vocal style we try not to change because we want people to embrace the singing style, you know, and let us do the music style for it, you know. But without us focusing on making sure that not one song sounds just like the other, you know, it hinders him from playing his way or singing his way. And so that's one thing that we make sure, man. We don't want one song to sound just like the second song or.
Yeah.
Plus, we all have different influences, man. We totally have. I mean, what you got?
Everything from Hendrix to Steve Vai to you know, some of the old blues guys, Muddy Waters. Of course, Page, Clapton, all those guys were heavy influences, and SRV, of course.
Mm-hmm. You got from 80s.
I basically just grew up listening to all kinds of really good music. My father introduced me to a lot of stuff at an early age, and just a lot of really good guitar heroes.
Mm-hmm. And where did your Latin flavor come in?
Most of it comes from just being born and raised in Texas, you know.
Really?
Running into a lot of people. I was out in California for a while. Have a lot of friends of Latin descent.
Mm-hmm.
No grapes.
Yeah. You know, when I hooked up with these guys, they didn't make, you know, I think they were a little surprised by what I had to offer, you know.
Uh-huh.
And Santana was obviously has some influence from Santana, and it's just good music, man, and it just feels right, so it's fun to play.
Yeah. So you got diversity, man, from 80s to I grew up in Motown. I love Motown, man, you know. And then Lisa, Tool, and Mondo, Third Eye Blind, and Tool, and
Apex
Perfect
Theory.
Survey, Apex
I hear a
Theory.
lot of Mike Patton in your performance.
Yeah, man, my Patton's shit, man. So you know, you got a lot of different, you know what I mean. So that's what kind of flew really well. It would suck if we all had the same influences.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like, oh, well, we got the same song, sounds like our third and fourth, but everybody has different influences. So that's pretty cool and stuff.
And we don't cut each other at the knees, man. That's definitely one thing we don't do is we know what everybody can do, and we let them explore that. And there'll be times where I'll create 5 different drum beats, and we'll figure, okay, that one works. And these guys are the same way, man. They'll create 5, 6 different ways of playing that one song, that one verse, that chorus, and then say, you know what, that works. Let's keep that. And that's what I think helps us write the way we do and have fun with the way we write.
Hold on, let me make sure I understand this. You guys are musicians, but you're not slackers.
What's that?
This makes absolutely no sense to me.
Well, you got 2 of us are prior Marines, man. That helps out.
Ah, okay, I gotcha, I
But
gotcha.
you know, reality hits really close to home when you say that, because the market is so saturated today with so many excellent bands. The access to information is so readily accessible to everyone that you've got all kinds of awesome guitar players and vocalists and bass players and people just coming out of the woodwork, you know. So we feel like we really have to give it our best effort on a daily basis to put a product out that's going to be acceptable by everyone.
That people are going to want to enjoy.
Hopefully buy.
And buy, of course.
We don't want to stay broke all our lives, so.
So, well, speaking of making money, do you guys have a CD in the works? Do you guys have a CD out already?
We've got a demo that's been out, man, for a while. It's a 2-song demo, which 2 of the songs we play live all the time. And we're going to try and go ahead and during the summer record a small EP, about 6, 7 songs, and see how that turns out. And, you know, hopefully it'll be out and about where people can start buying it, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, so it's something. We don't want to put out a big album, but just something enough to just kind of give you a little taste, and then hopefully, if God willing, if we ever get signed, let them pay for it. Let them pay for a big album, dude. We can't afford it.
All right, and you guys, of course, have a website, empathysgone.com. Correct?
Yeah, would be it, man. Check it out, empathysgone.com. Let us know what you think.
Now, since I haven't seen the site, does the website suck? Because I design websites myself.
Well, it's been in the process, man. It's been going back and forth. But if you get on there and if it's not up, just click on it and it'll take you to another website called myspace.com, and you can check out our stuff.
We've been
on
having
there.
trouble with it, man. We've had like
dude.
10,000 different people say they'd help us. They
And
never
then
came
everybody
through.
flakes. So if you know how to do a website, help us out.
All right, well, I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap things up now.
Sweet,
This is Gonzo with the Scene, hanging out with Empathy's Gone.
Scene rocks. Scene rocks. Check them out.
These guys smoke, man. Check that shit out, all right? This is Gonzo signing out. Yeah!
Sweet. Yeah. Thank you.
All you guys for being out here tonight and stuff, you guys fucking rock, man. You're making a difference for so many people out there that can't afford a fucking meal, you know? Can't afford to go to McDonald's. You guys fucking rock. Stick around for our band, for our bro. We got a whole bunch of bands tonight. Get drunk with us. We like to drink. Fucking structure rock the house tonight. We're having a good time. Empathy's gone.
Resist push. Resist the stimulus radiation. Resist the stimulus radiation. Resist the stimulus radiation. Resist fascism. Resist.
Hi, this is Og with The Scene, and we're here at Sanctuary with Martin Atkins from
Hey.
PIGFACE
Hey.
and Damage Emanuel. Let's not forget that. First off, Martin, you know, you've been around for 15 years with PIGFACE. What is it that you want PIGFACE not to be in this music industry of, you know, iPods and craziness?
Well, what's wrong with an iPod, first of all?
Well, I think what I'm trying to get at is that it seems overtly commercialized nowadays to just be in the trend. And I'm not dogging iPod, but just the you know, American Idol of music, you know, just stuffing it down your throat. I mean, it's always been a business. I mean, you run a business. I mean, tell us about Underground Inc. Invisible Records.
Well, okay, well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Now you're on another question.
True.
What do I not want PIGFACE to be?
Sure.
I don't want it to be boring, and that sounds like but PIGFACE has never been boring to me for almost 15 years. So that's pretty unbelievably wild. Whether it's Haneen coming on stage, Leslie Rankin, Meg Lee Chin, Michael Girard, Trent Reznor, Olga, Chris Connolly, any one of 9 bass players, me, Joe Trump, and Danny Carey from Tool, 3 in a line playing drums. It's never 6 people from the Philadelphia Fire Department playing bagpipes, Bob Dog playing sitar, Christina Petros, who's now Curse Mackey's wife, belly dancing with candles. It's never been boring to me, and you've got to hope that if everybody on stage is energized and awake, then that feeling is going to come off the stage and infect the audience. That's what I hope. PIGFACE is never boring for us, and if it's never boring for us, it will never be boring for the audience.
True.
I'm kind of amazed that I think it's 14 years old now. That's kind of stunning to me. I've been looking at, we're releasing a tribute to PIL at the end of the month.
I did see that.
And it's the 25th anniversary of my appearance on American Bandstand, like next week, with Public Image. It's 25 years. And I thought that the first half of my career was that stuff. But it seems like that was just the beginning, and PIGFACE is the last 2/3 of it. So I don't know.
So has it gotten easier? I mean, as you mentioned, you played with Public Image. You were a touring drummer with Ministry,
Killing Joke,
9
Inch Nails, Murder Inc. I started Murder Inc. PIGFACE, Damage Emanuel.
Yeah. Is it getting easier?
No. But it's not iPod's fault. See, back the first time I heard Killing Joke was a cassette that somebody had made for me with a bunch of stuff, Fad Gadget, some early Mute stuff from London. Killing Joke, I'm like, I was driving across country, I'm like, what's this? You know, never realizing this is the band I'd be in 2 years later.
Right.
You know, I just really liked the songs I heard from Killing Joke. And then somebody else would play me something else, I'm like, what's this? It's like, oh, that's Killing Joke. I'm like, wow, this band should be bigger here, because I keep hearing it at clubs, and I keep hearing it. And I went to London and joined the band, and everything I said to them was like, look, we've got to go to America. You've got to take this groundswell of support for the band and do something with it. And let people know that this is you.
Right.
You know, because I was stunned. Like 5 of my favorite songs were Killing Joke at one point. I didn't know it was all Killing Joke. So iPods aren't evil. iTunes isn't evil. Napster isn't evil. Because we always used to get music for free anyway. It was just via cassette and mixtapes.
True.
You know, I don't think free downloads or free cassettes have ever been the problem. I think that the problem is if you only make one good song, people are going to go and get it, and they won't get your other 10 shit songs. Or they might get 2 of them, but 2 shit songs. Sorry, can I say shit?
Sure, we can. We should.
2 shit songs into some downloading, they're not going to download the shit 3rd song, the even worse 4th song, the 5th song, which is filler, the appalling 6th song. So the major label philosophy of putting 2 good songs on an album and you'll sell the whole thing, well, I think that's the problem that major labels have with downloading. Because when there's only one good song on an album, kids are going to just download that one good song. Sorry, people are carrying heavy equipment behind them. So the major labels have themselves to blame for that.
How do you keep underground as a label? Not competing, but you obviously have to make money to fund the tours, have artists come in. How do you do that? I mean, the good thing about the Free for All tour tonight is that you're given a coupon. I mean, that makes a difference to fans who have to think twice about spending their money at a show.
Well, it's designed for the kids that really care about us, who are probably going to come in tonight and definitely buy a CD and maybe buy a shirt. So, what is it, at $15? I think everybody gets $5 off a CD, and the CDs are $10 anyway, which is a deal. And I think $10 off a shirt. I might be wrong, it might be $8 off a shirt because it was supposed to be $12, whatever. But pretty much all of the admission back.
Right.
And that's my response to sitting in my office, like last year, Ministry of Touring, it's $38. I'm going, what the fuck? You know, kids in my office are like, oh God, it's $38. And then KMFDM come around, play the House of Blues, and it was $35. Skinny Puppy come around, $38. So I bought tickets to Ministry and gave them to some
You sure
kids.
did?
I bought tickets to Ministry and gave them away on our website. I got 120 free tickets to Skinny Puppy from Clear Channel. You want to talk about anarchy and punk rock? It's not just throwing stones at the EMI. It's calling up Clear Channel and going, hey, you're fucked on the Skinny Puppy date. No one's going to be there. You've screwed up. It's too much money and it's too soon after they were here before. Give me 120 tickets and I'll do you the favor of giving those away on my website. Well, the show's doing great. No, it isn't. Give me the tickets. And at least my friends in Skinny Puppy won't be embarrassed.
Yes.
And I gave 120 tickets away.
Well,
So then, and that led to this tour where we're trying to do something. You know, we fired our agent who was trying to have us play for a lot of money so he could commission that money and get money for himself. The first thing that does is jack up the ticket price. So we tried to say to promoters, their first question to us was, how much money do you want? Well, I know how much money I need every day. It's over $4,000 a day for us to do this in basic expenses. That doesn't matter. What is the correct ticket price for PIGFACE on a Wednesday night? In
Correct.
San Antonio. Because if I tell you I'm bringing Muppets, dwarfs, a suspension troupe, really pretty lights, it doesn't matter. There's the correct ticket price for this on a Wednesday night, and the correct amount of money for us to get is a multiple of that correct ticket price.
now it seems that over the years, we established it's been 14 for PIGFACE, around there. You've always had ticket prices that, you know, were friendly for fans to come to the shows.
Well, the last tour that we were 20, 22, 28 in Chicago. It sold out, but it just felt like it was too high. And it feels like, rightly or wrongly, it feels like it's my job or Underground Inc.'s job. Instead of just going, well, Ministry was too much, KMFDM was too much, blah blah blah, to actually do something about it.
So you act upon,
Yeah.
instead of just discussing it.
Right, and people say, what's the political message? Is it written up on the website somewhere? Oh, there's bits and pieces on the website. But the political message of my political message, Underground Inc., PIGFACE, we exist. We make this happen.
Welcome to the free-for-all, St. Antonio style. It's good to be back. Good to be back. Sitting next to me. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah. Everyone. Yeah. I can't keep burning with my enemy. I'm gonna know you right. I can't accept the similarity. I'm gonna know you right. Why you sitting next to me? Faking hospitality. I feel your insecurity. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me!
Empathy's gone and you're watching the scene.
It's San Antonio's own Mary. Make a little bit of noise, please, because this is kind of dangerous.